Hello, fellow food lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on a culinary safari, exploring the incredible world of animal-themed gourmet food. No, we're not just talking about animal crackers here. We're diving deep into dishes and ingredients that celebrate the animal kingdom in the most delicious and respectful ways. From the rolling hills where the happiest livestock graze to the deep blue seas that provide us with incredible bounty. The connection between nature and our plates is something truly special. Let's start our journey on land. When you think of high-quality meat, what comes to mind? For me, it's the story behind it. It's the farmer who knows their cattle by name. The free-range chickens pecking happily in a sun-drenched field, and the heritage breed pigs that have been raised with care for generations. This isn't just about taste. It's about ethics and sustainability. When an animal has lived a good life, with a natural diet and plenty of space to roam, the quality of the meat is undeniable. Take, for example, Wagyu beef from Japan. The intricate marbling, that beautiful web of intramuscular fat, isn't an accident. It's the result of meticulous breeding in a stress-free environment. The fat melts at a lower temperature than in regular beef, creating a buttery, rich flavor that coats your palate in the most luxurious way. It's a testament to how treating animals with the utmost respect can translate directly into an unparalleled dining experience. You're not just eating a steak, you're tasting a tradition of excellence. Similarly, consider the Iberian ham, or Jamon Iberico, from Spain. The black Iberian pigs roam freely in oak forests, feasting on acorns. This unique diet gives the fat a nutty, complex flavor that is simply sublime. The curing process, which can take years, is an art form in itself, a slow transformation that concentrates the flavor and creates a texture that melts in your mouth. Each paper-thin slice is a celebration of patience, nature, and centuries of culinary wisdom. But the land isn't just about red meat. Let's talk about poultry. Have you ever had a true farm-fresh egg? The yolk is a deep, vibrant orange, and the flavor's rich and creamy. It's a world away from a standard supermarket egg. This comes from chickens that are free to forage for insects, greens, and seeds, living as nature intended. And when we talk about gourmet chicken, like the breast chicken from France, which has its own protected designation of origin, you can taste the difference that a good life makes. These birds are raised under strict standards, resulting in tender, flavorful meat that stands as a benchmark for quality. Now, let's wade into the water. The ocean is a treasure trove of gourmet delights, and sustainable seafood is key. When we talk about gourmet fish, we're talking about freshness and origin. A line-caught wild salmon, with its firm texture and rich, oily flavor, is a perfect example. The difference between wild and farm salmon can be stark, not just in taste, but also in its nutritional profile. Responsible fishing practices ensure that we can enjoy these gifts from the sea for generations to come. Think about the simple perfection of a freshly shucked oyster. As you slurp it from its shell, you get a taste of the very water it grew in a concept known as marroyer, similar to the terroir of wine. A briny oyster from the cold waters of the Atlantic tastes completely different from a creamy, sweeter one from the Pacific. It's a direct connection to a specific place, a pure expression of its environment. Each oyster is a small, self-contained marvel of the sea. And what about caviar, the black gold of the culinary world? Traditionally harvested from wild sturgeon, the focus has now rightly shifted to sustainable, farm-raised sources to protect the endangered species. The best caviar farms replicate the sturgeon's natural environment, producing eggs with that signature pop and a complex flavor that can be nutty, buttery, or briny. Serving it simply, perhaps on a blini with a touch of crème fraiche, allows its delicate and luxurious character to shine. It's an indulgence, for sure, but one that comes with a story of conservation and care. Moving beyond meat and fish, let's not forget the incredible products that animals help create. Cheese, for instance. It's a magical transformation of milk, guided by time and tiny microbes. Whether it's the sharp, crystalline texture of a whey-aged Parmigiano from cow's milk, the tangy creaminess of a fresh cheddar from goat's milk, or the pungent power of a Roquefort from sheep's milk, cheese is a universe of flavor. The diet of the animal are grasses, flowers, and herbs they graze on directly influences the taste of the milk and ultimately the cheese. It's another beautiful example of how the land speaks through the food on our table. And then there's honey. A single teaspoon of honey represents the life's work of a dozen bees, visiting thousands of flowers. The flavor, color, and aroma of honey can vary dramatically depending on the nectar source. A light, floral acacia honey is completely different from a dark, robust buckwheat honey. It's liquid sunshine, a sweet gift from one of nature's most important pots. Supporting local beekeepers who care for their hives is not just good for your taste buds. It's vital for our ecosystem. So, what's the common thread in this culinary menagerie? It's respect. Respect for the animal, respect for the environment, and respect for the traditions and artisans who turn these raw ingredients into something truly extraordinary. Choosing gourmet animal products is about more than just luxury. It's a conscious decision to connect with our food on a deeper level. It's about understanding that the best flavors come from a place of balance and harmony with the natural world. When we appreciate the story behind our food, every meal becomes more meaningful. The next time you enjoy a beautiful piece of fish, a slice of aged cheese, or a perfectly cooked steak, take a moment to think about its journey to your plate. That appreciation is the secret ingredient that makes any dish taste even better. It transforms eating from a simple act of consumption into a rich and rewarding experience. Thank you so much for joining me on this delicious adventure today. I hope it's inspired you to explore the amazing world of gourmet food with a new perspective. What's your favorite gourmet food with a great story behind it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next culinary journey. Until next time, eat well and stay curious. Have you ever tried a dish so good it feels like a warm hug on a cold day? Today, we're diving deep into the world of comfort food, but with a gourmet twist. We're talking about a dish that has graced family tables for generations. A true classic, the slow-braised lamb shank. But this isn't just any lamb shank recipe. This is about elevating it to a whole new level of deliciousness. The secret to an unforgettable braised lamb shank isn't just one thing. It's a symphony of carefully chosen elements. It all starts with the start of the show, the lamb itself. You want to look for shanks that are meaty with a good amount of connective tissue. That might sound counterintuitive, but trust me, that's where the magic happens. During the slow cooking process, all that collagen breaks down, transforming into a rich, velvety gelatin that gives the sauce its incredible body and the meat its fall-off-the-bone tenderness. When you're at the butcher, don't be shy. As for the hind shanks, they're typically larger and meatier than the fore shanks, giving you more of that succulent goodness to enjoy. Now, let's talk about building the foundation of flavor. Before the lamb even thinks about going into the pot, it needs a proper sear. Get your heavy-bottomed Dutch oven screaming hot with a little bit of olive oil. Season the lamb shanks generously with salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Don't be timid here. This is your first and most important chance to season the meat directly. Place the shanks in the pot, but don't overcrowd them. You want to hear that sizzle? We're looking for a deep, golden brown crust on all sides. This isn't just for looks. This Maillard reaction is creating layers upon layers of complex, savory flavor that will form the backbone of our entire dish. Once the lamb is beautifully browned, we set it aside and turn our attention to the aromatics. This is where you can really start to personalize the dish. The classic combination, the holy trinity of French cooking, is mirepoix, diced onions, carrots, and celery. Saute them in the same pot, scraping up all those delicious brown bits from the bottom. That's pure flavor right there. We'll add a few cloves of smashed garlic for that pungent kick, and maybe a sprig of fresh rosemary and thyme. The aroma filling your kitchen at this point should be absolutely intoxicating. A good glug of a robust red wine, like a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Merlot, goes in next to deglaze the pan, lifting all that concentrated flavor and adding a wonderful acidity and depth. Now, the final act before the long, patient wait, the seared lamb shanks go back into the pot, nestled amongst the vegetables. We'll pour in a quality beef or chicken stock until the shanks are about 2/3 submerged. We don't want to boil them. We want to braise them. A bay leaf, a touch of tomato paste for umami richness, and then it's time. Lid on and into a low oven. It goes around 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we wait for at least 3 to 4 hours. This is the part you can't rush. Time is the key ingredient that tenderizes the meat to perfection, allowing all those incredible flavors to meld together into something truly spectacular. The result? Incredibly tender meat that you can shred with a fork, bathed in a silky, deeply flavorful sauce. Serve it over creamy polenta or mashed potatoes, and you have a meal that's not just food, but an experience. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. I hope this inspires you to create your own gourmet masterpiece. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next culinary adventure. Happy cooking!